are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. How the hell is Doja about to get another scammy before the queen, Nicki Minaj? So it has been reported that the current frontrunners for Best Pop Solo Performance at the 2026 Scammies are That's So True by Gracie Abrams, Anxiety by Doja, and Wildflower by Big Billy. Okay, now Doja hasn't even put out her solo album yet. You know, she won a Scammy this year for Best, I think, rap album for her mixtape, but she hasn't put out a solo album yet. And they already finna give her another Scammy. Now, I know y'all gonna say, oh, Nicki Minaj doesn't need a Scammy. She's an icon. She's a legend. But I just feel like it don't matter. It is wrong for Nicki Minaj not to have a Scammy and all the new girls getting them. Doja, Cardi B, Meg, Doja Cat. I mean, come on now. It's not even right at this point. They really playing in Onika, Tanya, Mirage's faces. She really got to show out in 2026. She really got to show out and make them regret ever fully blackballing her. That's why she don't get no Scammy nominations most of the time, because she is blackballed. Yeah, she got a Scammy nomination under Titanic Records when she dropped Barbie World with Ice Spice. But for Pink Friday 2, she didn't get nada. So they definitely be playing in her face, and I need Nicki Minaj to show out in 2026 because this don't make no damn sense. Really? Come on now. And I like Anxiety. Anxiety is a decent record, but I don't know if it's Scammy worthy. But then again, in 2025 so far, music has been blah. So I'm sure that it won't be an exciting, scammy season for 2026 because at the end of the day, it's been very mediocre and mid all 2025 so far when it comes to music. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Doja Cat is planning on dominating the summer. There was a new ad for Marc Jacobs that has been released with Doja Cat's Jealous playing in the background. Okay? Now, she has a new deal with Marc Jacobs, a new campaign she's doing, and she's previewing a lot of her new music in the advertising, which is pretty smart. Marc Jacobs is somewhat popping, and with that being said, there was a sneak peek that says Marc Jacobs x Doja Cat Summer 2025 mix. So it looks like she's coming to dominate the summer and take over. But the thing is, her domination is mostly pop. It's not rap. She's not doing a rap domination. This is mostly pop domination, which makes sense. But I feel as though is Doja Cat going back pop, not only because that's where she gets most of the success from, you know, the Grammys or any type of awards. She mostly gets put in the pop category anyway. But also, is it because Doja released Anxiety and Anxiety has been popping? It seems as though Doja Cat is trying to go toe-to-toe with Doja. That's what it's given, in my opinion. Now, moving on to Megan. Megan is begging and pleading to work with Ariana. Take a listen.
If you can manifest your next music collab here and now, who would it be? Ooh, I would probably have to say Ariana Grande. I collabed with her one time, but now that I'm like in a new space with music and such, and I feel like she's in a new space with her life and her music, I would really like to see what we would come up with right now. And that's my girl, that's my queen, that's my girl. Ariana, call me.
Now, let me know how y'all feel about that. It's coming off as no shade, Megan Thee Stallion begging for a collaboration because her music currently is flopping. That's what it's given to me, no shade. Now, Megan also went on a Hennessy rant on TikTok, allegedly. She said, at what point are y'all going to stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At one point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute him and y'all say I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Okay. I'm sick of this ish. Leave me alone. He ain't dare get on the stand and deny he shot me, and that was his choice because he knows he did that ish. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, would have to lie about this MF about shooting me? How are y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. There is no new evidence. And Tory, please leave me the F alone. Okay, so that's what Megan said on TikTok. Here's the thing with Megan though. I feel like she do care about the public perception on the internet when it comes to how people view her. And because we don't know the truth, it's hard to believe anything Megan says because she already lied in several interviews before trial. Not only that, though, I don't really feel like it was proven in court. His DNA wasn't even on the gun. Okay, so I don't know what was proven in court. I saw a lot of he said, she said in court. I didn't really see any concrete evidence that says it was Tory. Okay, but here's the thing. Megan can't say she don't know who shot her now because then people call her a liar. Now, moving on to Off the Cheat. Off the Cheat subliminally is calling out Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Allegedly, that's what the fans believe. Because he said, spend time with your kids, not on the gram. Okay? And a lot of fans believe that he is calling out Cardi B for being on social media so much. Posting up with Stefon Diggs that allegedly she's not spending time with her children. She's handing them off to the nannies. I don't know if I believe that. I feel like Cardi B, one thing about Cardi B, it seems as though she always try to put her children first. Definitely not her music career, but definitely her children. I see her all the time on social media with them. Now, maybe she's not spending as much time with them because she with Stefon. And I believe Stefon got children too. He just had a baby and then he has a child with another lady a few years ago. So he got like 2. Cardi B got 3. But here's the thing. Stefon and Cardi B ain't gonna last anyway. You know, I feel like Cardi B is living in La La Land and she probably should have stayed single. Okay? I don't think she should be introducing her children to anybody new. I think that she definitely should not introduce her children to Stefon because Off the Cheat would go off. Okay? So, I don't know. I feel like Cardi B, she just not focused on her career or anything important. It's always just men. That's all she focused on is men, men, men. But Cardi B is grown. She's about 35. She's had 25 faces throughout her whole career. So she could do what she want. You know what I'm saying? It's just that her career is hanging by a piece of thread. I don't think it's going to survive past 2025. Now, moving on from that, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is calling for Queen Bee to stay a little longer in the city to help address a major budget crisis. He stated that if Queen Bee had performed just 2 more shows in Chicago, she could have completely resolved the entire deficit. Okay? Let me know how you feel about Queen Bee helping the economy. Now, here's the thing. I'm sure she could because Queen Bee do grows 10 to 20 mil per show. So I'm honestly not shocked by that, but this ain't her responsibility. I noticed they don't ever ask the chart obsessed races to do nothing to help the economy or help out the states. They always got to call on Queen Bee. When is they going to call on the chart obsessed races who has made a lot of money touring and she uses a lot of the time her fans and the people of the community, but she never really gives back. So with that being said, I Understand that Queen Bee's hot right now. She just won Album of the Year. She is grossing $500 million on this Cowboy Carter tour. But I feel like if you're going to call out Queen Bee, call out everybody else, okay? Especially the white artists. They never want to call out the white artists. Call out the chirps as racist. Call out, Harry Styles and Morgan the racist. Call out them to also help the city of Chicago. Now, moving on from that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give 27,000 lashings to Skai Jackson and her baby daddy. Ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. So Skai Jackson files a restraining order against her baby father, claiming he attacked her while she was holding their 3-month baby on Mother's Day. She is asking the judge to keep him 100 yards away from her and her child, saying she is terrified for her life. Wow, wow, wow. See, this is what I'll be telling y'all about these black women in Hollywood dating below their standards, okay? Holly Bailey getting beat up. Flo Millie's baby daddy is a bum. Skai Jackson, baby daddy is beating on her. I mean, goodness gracious. Y'all just making us look bad. Y'all making black women look bad. So that's why I gotta give Skai Jackson some lashings too, because you knew better. I mean, you can tell he ain't shit. I mean, come on now. Really? And you got to procreate with this person? It's like, why don't y'all ever know better? Y'all never do better or know better. So this is just embarrassing, but honestly, I'm not shocked. Now, moving on to Bossman on the down low. He got exposed for basically being with a gay man. This guy looks like he a thicker version of Bobby Lights. I was like, oh my goodness, you look like Bobby Lights, kinda. But anyway, Bossman on the down low said on Instagram after getting exposed, said, I ain't trying to beat nobody on the internet. I don't even play them games. Just keep ish in the streets when you decide you want to play with a real street N-word. Nobody cares about a street nigga that be in the closet. You're not scaring anybody, okay? You do not scare nobody if you still in the closet getting your badussy played with. Let's be very clear. I don't care how violent you could be with women, but real niggas not scared of you. Don't be mad that you got exposed, okay? Be mad that you didn't live in your truth, okay? Don't get mad when you get exposed. Get mad that you didn't live in your truth and you couldn't have came out the closet. So unfortunately, Bossman on the down low, you are going to have to receive 50,000 lashings for these threats, okay? That's what I don't respect. I can understand if it really was some street shit, but you threatening because you got exposed for being gay, I mean, I don't feel like that was worth any threats. It's not that deep. You could have came out the closet. It's 2025. And with that being said, you also deserve lashings for talking to underage girls. That was exposed too. Okay? So you just getting exposed left and right. So 50,000 lashings. Now, unfortunately, Megan and Devil Nation's secrets are getting exposed. Now, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna tweeted, we have compelling evidence proving Tory Lanez's innocence, and it will be released within the next 36 hours. Oh no. Those who rush to call for his incarceration, Devil Nation, and worse yet, push false evidence, Megan Thee Stallion, should be prepared to be held accountable. Kelsey. She also tweeted, Tory Lanez has filed a direct appeal petition and successive habeas, all now consolidated by the California Court of Appeals. They have seated a panel. Oral arguments are coming. This case is far from over. Due process matters. Then she said, Tory Lanez's defense was denied full access to DNA evidence. Entire samples were used up by the prosecution before defense testing. Reports weren't shared until just before trial. That's a violation of due process. Oh my goodness. See, this is why Megan was going off, because Devil Nation finna get exposed. This is not good. I do not want to see this happen in 36 hours. Goodness gracious. Kelsey, confess now before you go to jail. But in hindsight, I don't feel bad for Kelsey and Megan, because I feel like Megan definitely set up Tory Lanez. I feel like Kelsey, one of the reasons why she wanted immunity is because she didn't really want to throw herself under the bus, but she also didn't really want to lie for Megan Thee Stallion. But it looks like it's about to get uglier than Ken Barbie in 36 hours. I am not ready. Now, moving on from that, a lot of fans are not happy with the lack of hits in 2025. Now, fans have made a list of the hits of 2024. Espresso, Good Luck, Ronald McDonald, absolutely not. APT, no. Not Like Us, yes. We Can't Be Friends was not a hit. Die With a Smile, yes. A Bar Song, yes. Texas Boredom, no. But it was popping. Texas Boredom was popping at one moment in time. And Dork Night was not a hit record, okay? They're saying the only hit in 2025 is Abracadabra. But isn't Doji's Anxiety considered a hit or no? Is Anxiety a hit? Let me know in the comments. I feel like when it comes to 2025, obviously there are no hits, because I feel like everybody dropped in 2024. And I also feel like part of the reason, not the full reason, but part of the reason why people are not really dropping like that is because of this Diddy case. Low key, I feel like a lot of people that was linked up with Diddy, there's a lot of them, a lot of pop stars, a lot of rappers. They're waiting to see what happens with this case, okay? Because they don't want to get exposed. I think that's partially one of the reasons why people are not dropping. Now, fans are also saying that there are no female rap hit songs in 2025. Now, in 2024, fans are saying Dr. Miami was a hit. No, absolutely, positively not. Piss, absolutely not. Yeah, Glow was a hit. TGIF was a hit. Wannabe was a hit. What You Know About Me. I don't know if What You Know About Me was really a hit, but it was definitely Glow's year. Glow and Sexy Red dominated in 2024. But with that being said, a lot of these female rappers are dropping, just y'all don't care. Scratch Off dropped, nobody cares. Who else dropped? Doja got Anxiety, but that's really a pop record. Cardi B is dropping in 2035, so y'all got a long way to go. And Megan's recent single, Whenever, flopped, okay? So the female rappers are dropping, y'all just don't care. So y'all got to be mad at yourselves for not supporting these female rappers, okay? Clearly, y'all are waiting for Nicki Minaj or Doja Cat. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.